Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode this week. I am your host, your connoisseur, your big time artiste. This is Sleepless Illustrator, another episode this week, and you guys haven't read the video title yet. We're going to be drawing the amazing Spider-Man. If you guys aren't familiar with this character, get a life. I'm sorry, I don't think I need to introduce Peter Parker. You guys are pretty familiar with that character. And today we're going to be going with actually the more of the Todd McFarlane. Ooh, sorry, if you guys notice, I have another layer under here. I'm kind of cheating today. I'm not going to lie because I know you guys could probably see the outlines, but I darked enough where I'm going to be redrawing it anyway. But yeah, I just really want to do a good job on this one, guys. So I'm a little self-conscious about this one because Spider-Man is a character, I mean, of the ages, guys. I mean, next to Batman, I mean, just legendary. I mean, there's I honestly, guys, don't fret for this video being a little too long because there's a lot to talk about. If you guys aren't familiar with this character, I believe he was written in more of the 50s, guys. I'm not sure, but Spider-Man's been around for that long. So, yeah. And Todd McFarlane was the one who brought him in like around the 80s and 90s-ish. This is what we're kind of going with. So let me just get the head and the body in. You guys aren't. I'm just gonna be drawing the head right now. I did this video several times, guys, and I wanted to draw Peter flying, especially since, guys, if you aren't familiar with this era of Spider-Man, this is when Spider-Man really became, this is when Todd McFarlane comes in. Okay, so here's the story of Todd McFarlane, why I'm so obsessed with this guy. With, you know, Todd McFarlane's kind of like my one, I mean, there was a time, I guess, when Stan Lee was, Todd McFarlane, and Stan Lee was like his, guy. Well, Todd McFarlane was mine. I had some of the toys growing up, and I remember seeing the toys at KB, from McFarlane Toys, and at the time I didn't really know, and then I happened to watch the movie, the Spawn movie, and then that's a long history, guys. So I think I told the story before with Spawn in my video. I did draw Spawn on another video, so forgive me, guys. I'm trying to draw but this is when I think heroes. Well, I mean, there's always been heroes are great, but like what I'm saying is that like Todd kind of led the era of heroes, especially Spider-Man in particular, being drawn in a different way, like revamped, so to speak. He envisioned Spider-Man as a bug, so we'll get to the buggy eyes. The difference in what they call you gotta remember what they call the John Romita era, guys. So John Romita is one of the artists on Spider-Man for the longest time. And that's just when, if you ever trying to describe Spider-Man, just basically Spider-Man with small eyes. I'm looking at the poster of, thin webbing. Todd McFarlane came up with the spaghetti, what they call the spaghetti webbing, the thick, thick webbing that Spider-Man has. And you see, if you guys ever see Amazing Spider-Man, the one with the Andrew Garfield, that is about as close to Todd McFarlane we're gonna really get. The poses, the way Andrew poses, the way, especially at the ending with his leg up, and that's another thing is the poses and the Todd really tried to stretch the body a little. I mean, Todd, and this is by his own admission, he was not the best at drawing anatomy, so he tried other tricks and bells and whistles. And I've emphasized this before, guys, because if you guys aren't the best artists, it's okay. Just add little things to kind of, enhance it a little. So see, I'm drawing Spider-Man here with big eyes. I may keep up from my Instagram, guys, because I'm gonna probably pose a picture of Spider-Man, a drawing of the him with the the leg over his leg when he's swinging. So just keep an eye out for that, guys. I may post something like that this week. So I was thinking of doing that as a video, but it would take too long, guys, and it wouldn't be as good. So let's just get his head in. Trust me, there's a lot to do we can do with this, so this video is probably going to be a little bit of a long one. So, but let's just get Spider-Man's head in, and this kind of sums up, Spider-Man as a, of the last era that we've seen. So, his big old eyes. And if you guys aren't familiar, Todd McFarlane is the creator of Spawn, and he's very into he was also the co-creator of Venom, and he does these things with the eyes. So see these pointy things on the eyes, guys? He's very big on that. If you notice, it's very similar characters to Venom and Spawn. I don't know what it is that it's his kind of his symbol. And I believe, actually, believe it or not, guys, the symbol on Spawn's chest is actually Todd McFarlane's name. So, let me shorten the eyes a little. It's a little too big for You gotta remember the head around here. So anyway, so you start by drawing the head, guys. You get the head and the eyes. But he has like these little pointy things, kind of like pointy eyelashes. You know, that's just kind of like you know, I've studied Todd's work for years, and I've seen a lot of his videos, and you know, doesn't disappoint. But although I'm really mad about his, I can't stand his. I have the Deathstroke figure from Arkham Knight or Arkham City. No, which is the one when Deathstroke with Deadshot and all that. I always forget, but I have that version. That was my favorite with all the armor. But he came with no guns and a rubber sword. Come on, Todd, what are you thinking? So yeah, anyway, let's get back to the drawing. Sorry guys, I apologize, I'm talking fast. I'm trying to like get this drawing in, and just follow the webbing, guys. When you're doing the webbing on the mask, just follow to this one spot, so like that. And then very simple trick. So just follow the same lines around the neck. I'm just gonna be doing the upper chest. I'll try to get the symbol in, so he's got the little spider. Let me see, where's that symbol? No, that was not right. Whoops. It should be, there we go. Anyways, but yeah, Peter Parker, I mean, what else? There's plenty to say, guys, so if I don't get through everything, just, you know, anyone knows, you guys have seen the movies, and what's your favorite, guys? Mine is definitely close to Tobey Maguire. I mean, you can't beat, you know, the classic Randy Savage and "Hey, freak show, you're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime." Sorry, guys, had to get that in. Anyway, but yeah, and I did like the Andrew Garfield ones. That was one of my favorite too. Made me cry a little. And I like Vulture. I love Michael Keaton as Vulture. I really want to get that figure, guys. Let's see. Get the webbing going down the costume, so all the way down. And just kind of, and then we'll just do, and all you gotta do is make these little U shapes and just follow along, guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And just kind of guess the rest when you can't see it, but and I tell you guys, the more detail, I guarantee, like, a lot of artists hated Todd after, because let me tell you something, guys, and I've said this before, that Spider-Man is probably one of the most annoying characters to draw. Because think about it, guys. Every time you draw him in a panel, and then you gotta do the same exact, you know, all the webbing and stuff. And as an inker and as an artist, you know, but it's got to be done. His costume is unique, and you know, same thing. Just go over. And if you lose your train of thought, it's okay, guys. You know, a little messiness. You know, you just gotta keep drawing. I've been drawing Spider-Man for years. You know, it was one of the first characters. I have several drawings of him, and you know, it just kind of comes. Natural to me. But even then, you know, play with a little. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is just a quick drawing. But Spider-Man is one of the most iconic, and every one of you have looked at Spider-Man as some kind of a, you know, let me save. Oh man, I was so, you know what? Because last weekend, I'm telling you guys, I had a really good day when I was filming on Monday. And I had everything ready to go. Spider-Man. I'll save that for the modern day Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Don't look that up, guys. You can get rid of this now. I don't need this. And then do another layer. Where are we at? 9 minutes. Okay, let's see how quickly we can ink this. And we're kind of gonna ink this with Todd style a little. Todd likes to do a lot of niches and a lot of like tick marks and a lot of cross hatching. So let's see, let's get his eyes in. Oh, whoops. Oopsies. Spider-Man's a fun character to draw, guys. I recommend, if you ever want to get started in comic books, guys, start by drawing this guy. It's basically will teach you everything you need to know. And I do recommend the Todd McFarlane stuff, because the thing is, at least Todd was kind of onto something that, like, and it's something even Marvel always emphasized, even before Todd came along, that when you're drawing a comic book character, guys, and this is something to keep in mind, you know, and I know I draw, if you guys see, like, a lot of my artwork is very stiff, that's because I'm not, I'm not drawing my comic book, but it depends on the scene. But basically, if you're drawing an action scene, you want it to be as action as possible because it's a drawing, guys. So this is something even when I'm drawing my comic books, I keep in mind that even if you're in a hotel and the character's doing nothing, and this is something even the Marvel books I learned that you want to draw it as action as possible, even if it's somebody visiting you in the hospital or if it's someone taking a phone call. There's simple camera angles and ways to draw it to make things more intense. So, rather than just looking, it's kind of like, it's like filming a movie, guys. When you film a movie, the director, doesn't, if you're looking at the camera and you're just, not really, you're looking kind of stiff and you're supposed to be alive in that scene and it doesn't really work, guys, It's the same principle when you're drawing a comic book because you want the reader, it's not just the dialogue they're reading and all that and the script. You're giving them essentially a scene. Get the always shadow underneath the neck. We'll fill that in later. This I can have fun with, guys. I can do lots of cool stuff. The chest action coming at you. And you don't have to draw too many muscles because his costume kind of covers them a little. So you'd see, like, I told you guys how muscles, especially when they're in clothes, they're kind of covered a little. So you would just see the bulges and stuff like that only happens when I guess you're wearing clothes and stuff like that. So no need to worry about that. Let's see. And like I said, Todd has these little, he's very much into demons and devils and stuff, which is funny because it's like, I know he's not religious, but for some reason it's always like the theme of his comic books. It's Spawn, and I always found it funny. But I'm not Todd, so we're still waiting on the Spawn movie. I swear to Jesus, I can't believe that. I actually have to look that up because I'm like, is he still doing that? Or I don't know. There was a Spawn movie that was supposed to happen a long time ago. Then COVID hit, and then I understand that happened, but like, But see, this is kind of where Spider-Man took this turn to like a little bit of a different. I mean, look at this. He's got like pointy. Looks kind of like the devil, really. And I know that's kind of the envision that that Todd had for, for Spider-Man in his own image, It's kind of a funny story because I've heard it told many times how Spider-Man at the time was a character that you just weren't able to touch, and then Todd just walked in the office one day and said, "I want to do Spider-Man," or and he was a big heavy hitter at the time. He just did, I believe, the Hulk. I think Batman Year One, but he redesigned the Hulk. That's why if you ever see Hulk in a gray form looking like a Frankenhead looking thing, that's Todd's work. And of course, he did Wolverine. He's the for the famous that you all saw in the Deadpool movie, how Wolverine when Deadpool was looking for Wolverine, he fought the Hulk. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. Hard to draw and talk, guys. But yeah, that's kind of where that comes from. With the claws, the Wolverine, the reflection of the claws, that was Todd. So kind of funny. Todd's reference in Rob Liefeld's character. Rob Liefeld and Todd are all they're all part of that the history of Image Comics. So I just found it funny that Todd's reference to his comic was in Deadpool, which is Rob Liefeld's character. So yeah, Rob Liefeld is the creator of Deadpool, and I've never met him, but I got him to comment once on. I don't know if I told this story, but yeah, I got him to comment once on my because Rob Liefeld is if you guys ever meet Rob Liefeld at a convention, bring a pouch or something, he'll sign it for you. He's big on pouches because he used to draw that on Deadpool a lot and Cable, so he likes to sign pouches. He's a big pouch guy, and I'm an airsofter, so I have pouches like on my backpacks and my vests and stuff like that. So I literally had the pouch. He just said it was a digital thing. He said put it to the screen. He just kind of fake signed it, but it was really cool that Rob Liefeld's a good guy. His art sucks, but I mean not sucks. It's his own unique style. You know what I mean? He drew Captain America with a weird chest thing, but anyway, let's finish this bad boy up. Oh, Oops, I forgot to add a little bit of. Spider-Man is one of those characters, guys. With great power comes great responsibility. We all know it. We all been there, guys. But actually, I want to get into a little bit of a topic today. I think today's topic is number one, guys. Is I think, and this is something you can relate this back to Spider-Man, because Spider-Man was always the kind of character like, he made mistakes, and at the end of the day, he forgave himself. And this is something I was having a conversation with, like, my dad, and I'm always asking him questions and things like that. But the biggest thing was like his regret was just always never forgiving himself. You know what I mean? And that's something I want you guys to forgive and start manifesting your own lives. So that's my lesson for today, and it's something that I'm even acknowledging. So I had a pretty good week last week, and I always expect, like, some week to go bad, just because, like, oh, I had a good time this week. If you guys, I went down to San Diego to see my sister, so I didn't really post much. I'm gonna be posting more shorts and making more videos, but I lost a day there because I was supposed to go the week before, then it rained. So, but yeah, the point is that just because last week was a good, doesn't mean this week is gonna be bad. So, and I know a lot of people are kind of distraught right now. So, but if you guys did something wrong or something, especially since this is a religious time for most people, and if you're not religious, it's none of my business, but I just like to throw in that there. But if you are, and you're going through something, you're trying to battle, and get there, or whatever whatever spiritual stuff you're going through, guys, if you make a mistake, just forgive yourself, move on, and I think that's a good thing, because I think we dwell too much. I think we beat ourselves up, guys, too much. And in anything, if you guys aren't getting better drawing, just focus on your own lives. Don't focus on what people are saying. That's something I'm dealing with a lot, guys, because I'm dealing with a lot of people who just, they think they know better than you for your own life, and it's tough. Friends, family, my family's pretty good though, but you gotta be careful, people. I mean, I actually saw a great video guy the other day about a guy whose channel is not really growing much, but if he can reach like 5 people, that's 5 people's lives he's made better, guys. I mean, think about that. I think my videos, they reach enough people. So that's just something I wanted to emphasize, because I think there's just not enough said, guys, because everyone, I don't know how the conversation go, but my dad just, like, we're always having real talks, and it's nothing bad, but like I said, I asked, I think the conversation kind of led to some of his regrets in his life, and, it's a good lesson, guys, because it hit me like a warm blanket, like, you don't have to live your life like that, learn from your parents and your friends and all their mistakes, that's the best thing you can do. So anyway, that's my lesson, is always be good to yourself. And I think that's what I've been emphasizing on this show, guys. And I've always said, like, I've kind of lost that train of thought whenever I do the outro and I say, be kind to yourselves, especially because, that it continuously emphasizes that we're all our worst enemies. So I know I am. So, but the thing is, we allow ourselves to be treated a certain way, guys, it's kind of this. I mean, this is kind of like a philosophy art show, guys, because art is philosophy, guys. Art is like the study of life, in my opinion. You look at art and the history, and it tells a story of what came before. So, let's see, we're at 18 minutes. Sorry, guys, let's finish. We're almost done. I'm just gonna have a little cross-hatching action when I finish the webbing. Anyway, back to, but that's my lesson for guys. Just don't, keep going. Yourself and move on to the next. Tomorrow's a new day. That's all you can do. If you keep dwelling on it. I forgot what my dad said, but something about, like, if you focus on the past, you're afraid for your future, something like that, instead of living in the present. So focus on what you can do, not what you can't fix or what has already happened. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. Let's get back to we can add a little bit of cross hatching action on the neckline as much as you can. You can even add in places where you think, like, like right here, the head. That's what Todd always did, on the head here, because there's some shadow on the head even on the costume, guys. So Get a little bit of a face a little. Don't be afraid to put lines in, you guys. I mean, like I said, if I always suggest pencil in case, you know, because here I can just double back on my computer, but see this real quick. I always have a quick save, guys, on mine, so. This is kind of like, I love Todd McFarlane's his work. The lines, I really feel like it emphasis, you know, it's gotten more of the details over the years, but I always love his original style. So. Next to Jim Lee. Jim Lee is one of my favorites. But Jim Lee, his work is more not very original. I mean, he tried some original characters. He draws Batman, you know, great, but you know, as far as original characters, I mean, you could, it's a matter of opinion, but I just, you know, he did some of his best work when he went back to DC and all that and Marvel. So, but that's just another lesson for a little bit more, and then I think we're good to go. A little bit more. And oh, let me fill in the spider. Has he got a happy face? What the frick? Sorry, sad face. Does a little bit more. Just go crazy with this guy. Just add freaking. Why not? So I got a good idea. Finish this up, and then that's good to go, guys. Let's see. My name. Spider-Man. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's fine. A little spider. Okay. And there we go, guys. There's the amazing Spider-Man. Why is he really isn't my full favorite character, guys? But and I'm gonna be getting also, guys. Let me know because I'm gonna be getting the there's a toy that came out from Hasbro, and there's been some controversy over the price. So let me know if you guys are planning on getting that figure. I may do a review on it. I'm not sure. I'm not really a toy channel, but I thought about doing something on that like that. Just can't afford most toys right now, but I have that on pre-order. But that one I think was worth it because it is Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. So I forgot to mention that, but yeah, we'll see. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this drawing of Spider-Man. I hope you guys like and subscribe and share the video. And that's about it. I'm just keeping up with the videos, and yeah, there's more to come, guys. So I hope you all join me, and let's help keep growing this channel. And I got lots more videos to come. So, anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here, guys. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. So have a good day, and remember, guys, like I said, be kind to yourself. Don't dwell on it. Just move on and keep going. So that's all I'll say. Later, Gators.